Hey everyone, how's it going? It is your pal, Sal here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be listening to Gaslighter by the Dixie Chicks. So the reason why we're here today is I'm on my journey to make sure that I can do a top 10 albums of 2020. Unfortunately, I haven't listened to 10 yet, so before this year ends, I gotta stack them in. So this is an album that I was interested in listening to, and I actually almost did do a reaction to it when it came out, but timing-wise in a certain situation just prevented that from happening. So here's the gist, is that I wanted to do it, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then my friend Caitlin, who lives in Maryland, was like, Sal, when you come and visit me, I want to do this reaction to Gaslighter with you. And I was like, oh, okay, I mean, sure, we can do that. And then we never did. And then the gist is that when I was visiting them, they were playing this album all the time, and I was like, well, I feel kind of like, right now it didn't feel right to do a reaction, because even though I didn't know everything all that well, I don't know, just the timing didn't feel right. However, it feels right now, because I was like, oh my god, I want to do, I gotta pick the albums I'm gonna do for these top 10, and I was like, I want to do the Gaslighter album, but I was like, I don't know if I do. And then I ended up putting this song, Gaslighter, because I already knew that one. Like, I knew that one when it came out. I put it on my workout playlist, and it's come on, like, every time I've worked out in the past week. And I've just started to realize, I'm like, this song is fucking incredible. I was like, it was hitting me, I was feeling it, and I was like, this has to be the album that I do to put in my top 10, because I just feel like I need to listen to this, I need to experience it. And thankfully, because I let time pass, and it's not like I even was really like going back to these songs, even though I've heard some of them, the only songs that I know out of the top of my head are Gaslighter and Tights on My Boat. Every other song, I couldn't tell you how it goes. The only one I remember slightly is Juliana Calm Down, and that's because I remember my friend Caitlin was like, it's about her niece or something, and that's literally all I remember. I don't even remember how it goes. But so just so you know, those are the two I know. But just as context, so this is the Chicks. Oh, I should say this. So the Dix, I don't know if I feel bad that I used that word, because apparently it's, well, it's not apparently it is, but it's not a good word to be using. So the Dixie Chicks are now called the Chicks in order to just create, and they've said they want to do this for years, so you get the drift. If I say, you know, the D word, I'm sorry, I didn't, like, it's hard, you know what I mean? I feel like everybody who talks about them still refers to them as that, so you get the drift there. But just so you know, it is the Chicks. It is the Chicks now. We'll try and get that in there, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody by saying the D word, but you get the drift. I'll try and remember that for this. But it's hard, you gotta remember, because they've been that name for, you know, these many years. But this is their 8th studio album, and it was released on July 17th of 2020, and this was also their first album since the, like, what was it, 2006? I don't know the name of it, but it's where that song, Not Ready to Make Nice, comes from, you know. Yeah, that, I've not listened to it, but I do know this song, and, you know, I know the idea of it. But this album did chart at number 3 on the Billboard 200, and there were a total of 4 singles, which included Gaslighter, Juliana Calm Down, March March, and Sleep at, oh, I might know March March. I think I might remember that. And then also Sleep at Night. So my little history with the Dixie Chicks is that I know a few of their songs. My great-grandfather actually really loved the Dixie Chicks, and that's how I kind of was introduced to their song Traveling Soldier after he passed away years ago. And I've always liked them. Whenever they come on, I'm like, oh my god, it's the Chicks! The Chicks, we gotta remember that. And I mean, how can you, I mean, they're just so, I mean, the lady's voice, I forget their names, but it's so good. And I remember when Gaslighter came out this year, I was like, this is great. And then, you know, I kind of put it on the back burner, and now I'm like, this is freaking amazing. So I think the best thing to do is to get started with this album. I'm so excited to go through this with you guys and experience it, like, truly for the first time. But here we go with track number 1, which is the lead single, the title track, Gaslighter.
Gaslighter, denier.
Oh, it's Denier first.
Doing anything to get your ass farther. Gaslighter, big timer. Repeating all of the mistakes of your father. We moved to California and we followed your dreams. I believed in the promises you made to me.
This song, I'm mad that it took me this long to like truly fall in love with it. But I mean, it's just so beautiful. The vocals, the backing vocals, especially with the production, when it gets to the mid of the song, you hear almost, it's not a choir, but the like that, oh my God, that's amazing. I love the little reference because like I said, the only other song I truly like could recite for you is Tights on My Boat. And I love how there's the reference to that, you know, even before we got the album because the single dropped before. That's pretty freaking cool. I mean, it's just such a good song. And I love the term gaslighter because I have a funny story here of how I learned about this term. So gaslighting comes from the film. I want to make sure that I get, oh my God, what is, because I know it's a Joan Crawford film. And I think it's called Gaslight. Or maybe, is it, no, I think it's just called Gaslight. Yes, and that's even technically a remake. I forgot the original one, but it is, I'm right, no, it's not Joan Crawford. Oh, it's Ingrid Bergman. That's who it is. I could have sworn it was, well, no, it's Ingrid. Okay. But anyways, so it's that, and I remember I had this time, it was the only time I've gotten into a fight with my friend Kate, and we were like in a room, and she was like, Sal, I really feel like you're gaslighting me right now. And I was like, Caitlin, I absolutely cannot be doing that. And she's like, well, why not? And I was like, because I have no idea what that means. And then I learned about like, you know, what it is when like they're gaslighting you. They're trying to make you believe that you're in the wrong when you truly are in the right. And you're like, I know exactly a person who's made me feel that way. In fact, I've talked about this on this channel before. I have this, she's a horrible human being, and she decided to stop being my friend this year. And I can think of like this whole year, she's tried to gaslight me, telling me that I was crazy. And I'm like, no, bitch, you're the crazy one. You're not gaslighting me. And I love the lyric, you know, just had to start a fire, just had to start a fight. You couldn't just not do it. You know, it is what it is. But I mean, this song, it gets me pumped, it gets me lit, and it's great. Track number 2 is called Sleep at Night. Oh. We love a little banjo.
I'm getting past everything.
Okay.
Everything. I'm doing okay. Just glad it's not yesterday.
I feel that. Just glad it's not yesterday.
My husband's girlfriend's husband just called me up. How messed up is that? It's so insane that I have to laugh. How do you sleep at night?
I think I remember this now.
How do you tell those lies? Look at me in the eye, living a double life. Tell me, how do you sleep at night? Remember you brought her to our show at the Hollywood Bowl. She said, I love you, I'm such a fan. How do you sleep at night?
Oh, I love that. What was that, a violin?
How do you tell those lies? How do you tell those lies? Look at me in the eye.
Oh my God. That was beautiful. It already gets a like real quick. Hang on, let me do that. Okay, lyrically, what I loved about this is that I love calling out people. I really think that that's an amazing thing to do. And the fact that she's talking, and this is clearly about, because I think that did all of the ladies get a divorce, or did one of them get a divorce? I feel like I've been told all this, and it's just in one ear, out the other. But I mean, I feel that. I'm like, I've known people that, in fact, the person I mentioned just in the last clip, I'm like, how do you sleep at night knowing that you've done these shitty, horrible things and you don't seem to care? It's kind of like, well, I know a lot of people like this actually, where I'm like, damn, you know, it's kind of crazy. Wow. I love how like they kind of tied it into life. They're like, when she came to our show at the Hollywood Bowl, and you're like, yikes. The production, again, was glorious. One of the things that I like about this, I think I forgot to mention this in Gaslighter as well, but one thing that I noticed here too is that some of the songs still sound a little like rough. Like you can almost feel like you can hear the creaks of like the studio or like them moving. It feels like, it feels very organic in a sense because of that. It feels like not as polished as it could be, but you don't need it to be that polished, and that's what I think gives it character. I did like this one because I was like, how do you? And this was the 4th single and totally worthy of being a single, so love it. Track number 3 is called Texas Man, so let's see if he's a good man.
Somebody's body was tangled with mine. Yeah, tangled up with mine. Unravel. Everybody
ready. Madam, madam, I like that. Sign me up, baby. So far this is probably technically my least favorite track I've heard off of the album going in order. But I did like some of the lyrics though, where she was like, I need a Texas man. This is a man, which I found interesting using the term a Texas man, because I mean, they said that she was saying that she would value him as an intellectual, and I was like, I don't know if you're going to necessarily find that in Texas, but it's okay. But she wants a strong man, a strong-minded man, one that can see her mind as well too. And I think one of the other things that she was saying was that everybody wants someone who's like clean or pure, and she's a little weathered. She's seen some shit. She's gone through some things, and I was like, I feel that. I did think that the song it kind of evolved into like just a little bit of what's the word I want to use? I felt like we were getting a little, it didn't evolve as much as I wanted to. It felt like it was kind of stuck in the motions, like around halfway to like the end. But I think it was also the point. It was like she was feeling it. She was, you know, in the zone. So I did like it because there were parts of it I did like, but so far it is technically my least favorite. Track number 4, Everybody Loves You. Love that title. Come on.
I'm so tired, I have to tame my mind before I get too frustrated. It's my body, and I'm trying to hate you, 'cause I want to. It's my body, and I'm trying to. While everybody loves you, it's my body, and I'm trying to forgive you. I don't want to. It's my body, and it hates you. Why does everybody love you? Why does everybody love you?
Oh, that's so pretty. That's lovely. Come on. Come on.
They don't know enough about you.
Oh.
Do they know that I regret you? Do they know I shouldn't have to?
Holy shit. Okay. So one of the things that I was getting the vibe of is that, well, I think it's pretty clear anyway, that this guy is abusing her. Now, I'm not exactly sure which it is, but I mean, she's saying that her body hates him, and like, he could be physically abusive. I mean, whoa. This is deep. And then, but we've all been, I think everybody has kind of been in this situation before where you know this person and you know they're a shitty ass human being, and everybody in the world's like, they're incredible. We love them so much, like they could never do any wrong. And you're like, the fuck not? I mean, I've been in this situation before where I knew this really bad person and I was like telling everybody, and this is when I was in college, I'm like, he's horrible. Like he's doing all these crazy things. Everyone's like, you're gaslighting me, saying oh my God. Whoa. Maybe this album's a little too much for me personally, but dang. And the pain in her voice where she's just like, I don't understand this. I don't understand how it could be so clear that you're so evil. And everybody loves you. They're like, oh my God, we love you. I mean, maybe, that as we all know, they were ashamed of George W. Bush. I'm assuming they're ashamed of Donald Trump as well. That's the other thing. I don't understand why everybody loves Donald J. Trump, but I mean, he's crazy, but he's no longer our president, so who cares? Whoa, deep and thoughtful, and the poor Sal me that listens to this on a day when I'm feeling sad and lonely. Tears are gonna happen. Bravo. Track number 5, For Her.
So dig a little bit deeper and be a little bit kinder and a lot less guarded, 'cause it takes a lot of hard work to get a whole lot stronger, 'cause it's real tough, girl.
That's right.
Why can't wish I could go back and tell my younger self you're a fighter.
Aw.
You just don't know it yet.
I would tell myself that too.
So dig a little bit deeper and be a whole lot kinder.
That's pretty. I like the piano outro there. Okay, so that was For Her, and another gorgeous song. Probably my second to least favorite so far. It just went on a little longer than I maybe would have liked it to, but there were parts of it lyrically that I really did enjoy. I mean, just like the fact, I love the lyric that if she could go back, she would tell her younger self that she's a fighter. That everything you do in life, like in regards to like independence, I like the choice of saying, do it for her, not for just every little girl in the world, but for like the little girl that you once were yourself. You know what you mean? Like me pointing myself like I once was a little girl, but that's really pretty, really empowering, and the vocal delivery is stellar. You feel everything she's saying. You know she means it. Beautiful. Track number 6 is called March March, and I feel like I might have heard this one because I think because this was a single, and I think my friends did like this one, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, this sounds a little different. Sounds almost like a club song.
March to my own drum, march to my own drum.
That's right.
Hey, I'm an army of one. Oh, I'm an army of one.
I feel that.
March to my own drum, march to my own drum. Hey, I'm an army of one. And then take it to the gun range. Oh, cut the shit, you ain't going to the gun range. Standing with them and our sons and daughters, watching our youth have to solve our problems.
That's so pretty. Ah. This like marching beat reminds me of Traveling Soldier right now. Again, lyrically, this is something that I jived with so much. I was like, march to my own drum. I'm an army of one. That's me. And so I really did like that. Again, it's really nice. But this also did a similar thing that For Her and Texas Man did, where it's just like from where the bridge should be to the end, it's just kind of like a bunch of like instrumental, and it never like builds up more momentum. Which I don't know whether I'm loving or maybe slightly disliking. I kind of wish it just feels like it kind of fades out, and I was like, we could have maybe built a little more. But from what I did enjoy, I was like, I mean, I like it. So, maybe that'll be something I get used to more on repeat listens of this. But as for now, I'm a little like, But, I still did like it. So I'm going to put a like next to that because I was like, march to my own drum. That'll be me. So track number 7 has a really fun title. It's called My Best Friend's Weddings. So not wedding, not just one, weddings. And I was like, by the way, if you haven't, you should go see the film My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts and Rupert Everett. Beautiful. All right, here we go. I feel like this is going to be like either really shady or really supportive, so we'll see.
There was something about you.
Oh, she's seeing someone at her best friend's wedding.
Set off fireworks that evening with a flicker of untruth. Jump 20 years, 20 years, yeah.
20 years.
Looking
oh,
back
that's
in
pretty.
Retrospect. I was never safe, still not safe, yeah. To yours anytime. In 20 years,
Oh, wow.
20 years, yeah. I'll still be younger than you. I'm better off, yeah.
This one, again, lyrically, it was really interesting, where she's talking about the two different feelings of being at her best friend's first wedding and her best friend's second wedding. And the first wedding, ended roughly, and she said how nice it is to see her in the second wedding and be so happy and know that she can arise from the ashes of the first wedding that burnt down. But I feel like in this story, the narrator, who is obviously the singer, is saying about how she's content that she's not married and the fact that she's okay. She'll go it alone. Her friend is happy and she's doing good, but she's not going alone. And this girl, she's going alone. Again, I felt like the song could have maybe been a little more lyrically. I think it could have evolved a little more, but that is what it is. But again, I did like it because sonically it was really pretty to listen to. Track number 8, the song off of this album I do know, Tights on My Boat. And again, like I said before, my friend Caitlin absolutely loves this song. When I was there visiting, she played this a lot of times, and I was like, I can see her snap into it. She really feels this song in her soul. So this one's for her. This is Tights on My Boat. I can see her right now. Okay.
I hope you die peacefully in your sleep. Just kidding. I hope it hurts like you hurt me. I hope that when you think of me, you can't breathe. Yeah. And you can tell the girl who left her tights on my boat that she can have you now. Yeah, you can call her right now.
Yeah, you can call her right now.
Right now.
Right now.
I'm coming to you.
Such a fun song. I love it that she's so playful, but also so pointed. She's like, you know what? Fuck you. She can have you. Like, I'm done. She left those tights on my boat. Like, we're good. I love how when she was like, I hope you die peacefully. Just kidding. But like, also you're kind of like, no, you're not. That's one of the things too is that I always like hate is that people would be like, I would never wish that upon my worst enemy. And I'm like, whatever you can think of, magnify it times 10 million, and that's what I wish on my worst enemy. Thank you. Good night. So it's wow. I mean, she can have you now. I mean, it's so pretty. The click of the snap. I mean, that's just great. This is just such a fun one. I love it. Track number 9, Juliana, Calm Down. I don't remember how this one goes, but I remember the title of this one because I remember my friend Caitlin, she was telling me about the song, and I don't really, like I said, I don't remember what it was about. She's like, it's called Juliana, Calm Down, but every time I listen to it, I pretend she's saying, Caitlin, calm down. So, Caitlin, calm down, Julia, calm down, however you want to take it. So here we go.
Juliana, calm down.
Juliana.
You know he's about to leave, but don't panic. Don't give him the satisfaction that you can't handle it. Just put on your best shoes and strut the fuck around like you.
I forgot they swear. Oh my god.
Show off your best moves and handle it. Breathe. It'll be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
And Eva, hold on to everything you know to be true. So just put on your best shoes and strut the fuck around like you got nothing to lose.
Strum it out. What I think is really funny about this song is that from what I remember, I believe that every name that they mention in this song is like someone who's related to them or a family or a friend. And they've just said, we're going to take the names of all the people we are friends. I forget the exact, but you get the drift there. And just write a song and tell them to calm down and then just put on your best shoes. It's going to be okay. Life goes on. And I think that's really pretty. I mean, it's an interesting way of doing it. You got to give it that. I got to put a like next to it. I got to listen to this one more. I think it's really, I mean, next time I'm in a crazy mood, I got to be like, Sal, calm down. Juliana, calm down. Track number 10, Young Man. Love that title. So here we go.
Had no words for you that Saturday. I knew what to say.
That's right. What do you say?
You're of me, not mine. Walk your own crooked line. I promise you'll be fine.
Oh, she's understanding. I
Take
like
the
that.
best parts of him, and I've done my best, the best I know how to, and my blues aren't your blues. It's up to you.
Hold up. This might be my favorite song off of this album so far. So, lyrically, I was like, at first I was like, I feel like she's an old wise lady telling me a tale. But then I was like, wait, no, maybe I'm overthinking this one. And then I was like, wait, does this lady have children? So again, I'm so sorry that I don't know their names really well, but this is Natalie. Natalie, who's, obviously the lead singer, but, she has 2 sons, and she also just got divorced in 2019. So I think that, well, obviously this is a song, like, in a sense, it's kind of a cautionary tale to her sons. She's like, your blues aren't my blues, but you have to understand that, like, what we're going through is, like, it can be, I don't know, like, just think about the future, always think, and be prepared, like, oh my God, that it's gonna, like, again, it's gonna be okay, and you're like, so this is really pretty, especially because her 2 sons. I mean, as someone who was mentally aware, I was in high school and my parents got a divorce. It's a tough time when you're the parents, when you're the kids. It's rough. So I love that. I'm going to put a like next to it. That was so sweet. Track number 11, Hope It's Something Good. Me too. So here we go.
Years of hanging on, now it all adds up to nothing. Gave up on the morning back, thought you found a better half. I hope it's something good. I'd have called you out, but baby, I knew you'd deny it. After so long, I hope she's something good.
Oh my God, this is, whoa. What I love about this is that it definitely feels like some time has passed between their divorce, and now Natalie is taking the time and reflecting. She's like, wow, 20 years. 20 years and you left me for this other lady. I hope it's worth it. Like, in a sense, she seems, or hope it's something good. Hope it's something good. But also, hope she hopes it's worth it. I mean, like, how do you throw away 20 years? Damn, that was pretty. I love how, again, it just feels like the end of the road. They've come to the end of the road, and this is the final song. Beautiful. Track number 12, the final track, Set Me Free. Set her free.
Don't you feel you're wasting time? You have the power to make it right. Decency would be for you to sign and release me. If you
Okay, so Set Me Free is a great closer to the album because I think it's this whole album is just such a, this is like the whole, this album is a divorce in itself, like every emotion and everything that you go through. Set Me Free is like, now that she's in the process of letting herself be free to experience a new life, free to go on a new journey. And that's just gorgeous. And you're like, oh my God. Okay, so we just got through the newest album from the Dixie Chicks, Gaslighter, and I gotta say, I'm mad that I didn't listen to this when it came on, because this could have really, I could have let this sink in for a little longer, and I would have loved it even more. This whole album is what is easily, it's like their divorce album, because I'm not positive, but I think all of these ladies recently got divorced. So we know Natalie did, so let's look at Emily? Where does it say her personal life? Yep, they divorced in 2008, oh no, she's married again, but she did go through a divorce. And then the other one, what's her name? Marty, what's her groove right now? Personal life, oh my God, there's a lot. Oh, she got divorced in 2013. So, yep, they've all gotten a divorce, so yikes. And you can definitely tell they've all pulled on their experiences to create this album of just like every emotion you go through. The realization, I feel like Gaslighter is like, holy shit, like you're cheating on me, you're a liar. And then as you go through all these motions, like Sleep at Night, where you're like, F you, to Texas Man, like I'm gonna go find another little man for the night. And then it's like you gotta, oh my God. Oh my God. And then like the female empowerment songs, especially with For Her and March March. It's just, wow, there's a lot of cool topics on here. I put a like next to every song on here. So the only ones that I know for a fact that I'm just kind of like a little more iffy about were Texas Man, I think Everybody Loves You, For Her, and maybe My Best Friend's Weddings. Those are the only two, or the only three I was kind of like, take them. Or I would still take them, but I don't know if I love them. But I think my favorite songs are obviously Gaslighter, Sleep at Night, Tights on My Boat, Juliana, Calm Down. I loved Young Man was a standout to me, and so were Hope It's Something Good and Set Me Free, all beautiful tracks. So I'm really happy I finally took the time to listen to this album. I will go through and I will try and I just gotta let this one sink in and feel it in my soul, but I'm excited for when that day comes. But I had a great time listening to this. The chicks killed on this, and I loved it. So what did you guys think of Gaslighter? Let me know in the comments below. As always, do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for joining me on this. Gaslighter, big time, or yada, yada, yada. Bye!